So I wanted to do a bit of a response video to the video that I did on Friday, and after today I won't talk about it anymore, but there was a few comments that I wanted to address and give a little bit more detail on a few points I might have missed on Friday's video about talking about the difficulty around currently doing YouTube content. Now, first of all, in typical fashion, that video ended up being like the best viewed video for months. Don't know why, but it was the best viewed video for months. And if that was the case, if we had that many views on every other video, I probably wouldn't have ever made that video. Yeah, it's strange how YouTube sometimes works, that would then come to a very good, it easily surpassed 2,000 views. And realistically, if the YouTube channel was getting 3,000 to 4,000 views every video, that would be absolutely amazing. I'd be very much happy with that. I'm not in a dream world where I ever believe the videos will get, 50, 60,000 views every video, but it just needs to be something sustainable, which it isn't at the moment, but for some reason on Friday, it was pretty close to the target. So yeah, crazy how that works. Second thing is I just want to say thank you. Sometimes when you do the YouTube videos, you forget how many people are actually there watching the videos. And obviously there was a lot of support on the comment section, so thank you for that. Thank you for all the people that are on the Patreon. Thank you for everyone that comes watches the videos whenever they're out. Sometimes you forget, you can get caught up in the world where you're just talking to a camera and you forget that even though the views are down a certain amount, there's still, a good 1,000 people. If you put that context of 1,000 people in a room watching you, it would be totally different, wouldn't it? Like the pressure levels would be totally different than just looking at a camera. But realistically, that's what's happening. There's 1,000 people at home watching you, and you sometimes forget that when you're just staring at your camera on the other side of the room. So yeah, thanks for all the support on the comment section. There was a ton of comments that were offering support. And just to clarify on that point is that I do enjoy YouTube. I do enjoy making YouTube videos. There was a good period of time where I made the videos for free and I enjoyed making them for free. I started YouTube in 2017. I didn't get paid until 2020. So I did 3 or 4 years without getting paid on YouTube. The only thing is that it's got to the point now where I'm not as young as what I used to be, and now my time is more taken, that used to be only a few videos, now it's five videos a week, and I'm in a point where I need to be focusing on actually bringing money home at the moment with the point of life that I'm in compared to where I was a few years ago. But getting on to the point of, there's a few points I want to address during the video, and I want to address some of your comments that were in the comments. And by the way, I said, like, if any of you have any ideas, throw them in the comment section, and there was a lot of ideas. I want to address a few of the comments that were in there, and I also want to clear something else up that I didn't want to put in that video because I didn't want it to sound like whingy, or I don't know what the correct word is, dramatic, or yeah, I didn't want to focus on that in that video, but I feel like I'm going to address it in this one. So there's a few suggestions in the comment section. The first one was like cutting the videos down, which is something I have considered, and if that was the way to go, to cutting the videos down. Realistically though, it's more the point of view that I probably would want to keep doing the videos that I'm doing, or I probably won't do them, or because if I'm going to knock YouTube down a little bit, the reason why is because I'm going to go focus on other projects. I'm going to focus on setting up other businesses. I used to run a lot more businesses before the whole YouTube thing, and they made good money. The thing is, that's the big issue, is that YouTube now doesn't make the money, so why do that when you can go run other businesses? And that's ultimately where it would go. So I mean, we'll see what happens. It's one of those, though. It's more of like, I'm either committed to it or I'm not committed to it. I don't want to be half in, half out, and that's the other thing about cutting the videos down. So I'm thinking on it, but that's my current position. A couple of other comments, like making shorter content. Obviously a lot more people are on shorter content at the moment, and I'm a little bit worried about putting the short content on YouTube because I want that to be long form content. I do short-term content, and I do that on TikTok, and hopefully that might see some success doing that. We'll see what happens. So I am trying to do the shorter-term content that a few people suggested. A few of the suggestions that were a little bit more like, how can I improve, and maybe like a bit more of a negative tone, was like, maybe I monetize the channel too much, which I don't believe I monetize the channel that much. In fact, I feel like I actually don't monetize it at all compared to other YouTubers. I've not really taken any partnerships apart from Simple Wall Street, which I use myself and I think is a fantastic platform, but I don't really push it, and I probably should push it more. The other partnership I have is Trading 212, which I say every so often. Same again, it's a platform that I actually use myself, and it's an investing app that I use. So it's not really that big of a partnership. The only thing I really push is the Patreon every so often, which is obviously the reason why the YouTube actually still runs, is the Patreon. I feel like I don't really take that many partnerships on. I watch a couple of other YouTubers and they always put a lot of partnerships and paid content and paid advertisements in their actual videos. I don't really do that. I don't really take partnerships with like eToro and Moo and what was the other one? Webull. A lot of people did Webull partnerships. Obviously there was like the ones with like the crypto platform that then ended up going bankrupt and everyone got a lot of heat for that. I never took a partnership with that one. I don't really take that many partnerships. So I disagree that some people said I monetize the channel too much, because I feel like there's only really 2 platforms I really push, and one of them is key for the YouTube channel and the other one is something that I actually use myself, which I don't think that's much of a big issue. Another one is that actually showing the money that I have in my portfolio when I do the portfolio reviews. I've addressed this multiple times on other videos and maybe they've just missed it, but I believe I am one of the most transparent channels on the YouTube scene, because I've shown every month I do the stocks I'm buying, where I talk about all the stocks I bought in the month, all the stocks that I sold in that month. And I don't really see that many YouTubers that actually say what they bought and sold every month on the YouTube channel. So you know what moves are making them in the market. As well as that, I do the portfolio reviews, which are every 3 months on the YouTube channel or every month on the Patreon. And in those portfolio reviews, you get to see all my holdings, the position sizing, which is basically everything you need. The only thing I don't actually share is the actual pound, the dollar amount of every one of those positions, which I don't think really matters, because the thing that you're looking for is the returns. What does it matter if someone's got 5,000 in position or 50,000 in position? I don't think that really matters. You want to judge them as an investor and judge the returns and what stocks they're holding. And compared to a lot of other YouTubers that don't show the portfolio or stop suddenly showing the portfolio over the last few years when we had a stock market crash, and then suddenly come back and all the portfolios changed and somehow they're magically up when all the positions were down 2 years ago, or if they've just started a new portfolio right at the bottom of the market and they go, hey look, I'm a genius. I didn't really do that. I've always shown it through all the period of the stock market, and you can always track along with how the portfolio is doing. And like I said, that's the only thing I don't show. And actually, to be fair, any of you guys that are a long-term subscriber of the YouTube channel that used to watch the videos back in 2017, 2018, will actually know that I used to show how much was in my portfolio. So if any of you were watching back then, you know, you can kind of have a good idea what was in the portfolio from then. I don't know if the videos are still on the YouTube channel, but yeah, I used to show it. The reason why I don't show it since then is because I started having a lot of friends and family that started watching the YouTube channel, and I didn't really want everybody that know exactly what I've got in what account. And the other thing is, someone actually tried getting into one of my accounts, and I wanted a little bit more privacy over that, because there was a lot of money in there that I worked hard for and I built up for many years from working. And in fact, the money is even more now, and I want to be even more protective of it, because realistically that is a good, I mean, if you take properties out of it, I mean, what, like 50% of my wealth that I'm showing on the internet, and there's some really dodgy people on the internet nowadays, and I've already had a bad experience with it, and I just think that's a bit of protection. And if you don't like it, tough, I don't care. Keeping my money is more important than your opinion and my security. So that's where that is, and that's where we're at with that one anyway. And then the last point is what the video is really titled, is that one thing that I didn't want to put in the video on Friday, because I felt like it was a bit whingy, I don't know, and I didn't want to talk about it that much, but I thought, you know what, today I'm going to address it, because I saw it in the comment section when I did Friday's video. Is there was a bit of a negative comment talking about like the stock market picks. I personally think the channel has been on fire in the last few years. I think some of the stocks, apart from that stock market crash where basically everyone had some stocks that did absolutely horrible, me included, the channel's picks have been very good before it and after it, and especially in the last 2 years, the picks have been absolutely amazing. But it was a tough time during 2022, but so many people had a tough time during 2022. And for some reason, I don't know why it is, but me in particular, my channel in particular, I always see that thrown at me in the comment section. I always see, especially compared to some other channels as well, like when you look at some of the big YouTubers like Financial Education, Meet Kevin, Everything Money, some of the stock picks that they've had have been absolute stinkers, but then they don't really seem to get that much put in the comment section about it, and also, you know, the views have clearly recovered. But for me personally, I still will see multiple times like certain stocks that, you know, there's not that many, but there's stocks that haven't worked out thrown in the comment section that are from like 2 years ago. And even when I did that video on Friday, I had like a comment saying like, oh, the reason why is because of the picks. And it was actually getting a few likes, and then eventually I had to put a response in because I feel like the comments are basically getting towards slander in the comment section. I was like, well, no, not really. You know, you're talking about a couple of picks here. Some of those picks haven't even been proven to be bust, and yet when you compare them to the amount of stocks that have been successful, surely they completely outweigh the ones that have lost, because for every negative pick, there's been probably like at least six more winners to that one pick. And when you do this game, I think some people expect you to be 100% right all the time in this game. You're going to get some, you know, you're going to get some stocks wrong, especially when we went through that bear market. You're going to get some wrong, and I wanted to clear that up a little bit because I don't know where I go with some of these slander comments, because I don't want to be a channel that blocks people. I've never blocked anyone. I've never blocked anyone in the comment section. I've never I have blocked spam comments, and I did block a couple of people during 2022, because 2022 the comments were just like day after day after day, and it's like, you know, during that time period I was like, all right, I've had enough of that. But there's currently like no one blocked on the YouTube channel right now, and I don't want to delete any comments either, because I feel like that's a bit I don't know what the word is for that, you know, being selective on the comments that are shown. You know, I want to show every comment, but it's got to the point where, like, if these slander comments are damaging my reputation, which I think they are doing, because I feel like if it wasn't for some of those comments that I get, probably people would be like, oh yeah, you know, if the comment section was quite positive, the channel probably also do very well. And I don't know if it's a point where I delete some of the comments on that point of view. But anyway, what I was going to say is, like, even on the video on Friday, I saw people like mentioning a couple of stocks that haven't worked out on the YouTube channel. And I was looking like TTCF, Beyond Meat, Gang, and T-Dog. Fair enough, like these 4 stocks didn't work out on the YouTube channel. That, by the way, that was up at 50% at one time, but that people never mention. And Beyond Meat, we actually sold some of the position out at 50% gain. Obviously, the majority was taken as a loss, but people never mention that. Gang, obviously, once again, that was up at 30% at one point, but people never mention that. But I would say that overall, these 4 stocks were quite stinkers, because a good selection of the stock was sold out for like 80% losses, 70% loss, maybe 80, 90, maybe 80, 90 for that one. So those were really 4 bad picks of the YouTube channel. So yeah, they were stinkers. But like I say, best of the best mention, which was like a 50%, 40% loss or something. And I was like 40% isn't that much. Like, I don't, stocks that I make 40% on, I would never go in and brag about that being a big gain for the YouTube channel. But for some reason, when it's a loss, that is brought up. But whatever. Like Boohoo's mentioned, but yeah, we sold Boohoo out for 100% gain previously in 2020, and then during 2021, 2022, there was like big amounts of profit taken off Boohoo, but for some reason that gets referred to as a big loss, which I'm like, okay. Like ASOS Mobico, by the way, that Mobico was sold out for 100% gain as well at times during 2021, and that's not even proven to be a bust yet. Like Alibaba gets mentioned, even though that was the first time I owned that stock in 2018 to 2020, that was 100% gain, and then I sold it out and now bought back in, and then suddenly it's a loss, even though I've not even took it as a loss yet. eHang and Planet 13 get mentions as losses because it's like a spec. They're spec stocks, guys. Like that's. I think when I bought them, I said it's like a 0.02% of the portfolio. Like these aren't serious. This is just like money. Like it might work out in 5 years, in 10 years. I actually regret putting them on the YouTube channel because I didn't realize how serious people would take them as that point of view where they're judged as serious picks. That's just like, you know, house money. There's a couple of pints down at Weatherspoon's money in there. Like it's nothing major. Well, maybe a little bit more than Weatherspoon's pints, but hey. And like Corsair, like was it like a 35% loss and people like throw it at you? Like I don't even count 35% gains as big major gains for me. S4 Capital's thrown, even though that's not even proven to be a bust yet. I'm like, well, S4 Capital, not even proven to be bust. Corsair, I wouldn't even class it. Them two are, you know, spec stocks. Alibaba isn't even proven to be bust. Mobico's not even to be proven bust. ASOS is not even proven to be bust just yet. Boohoo, you can't count that as a big loss when you've made as much money as a profit on it. Best of the best, I won't even count that as a big losing position, but I'll keep it in there for the sake of it because it was a loss. I mean, realistically, I mean, I'm not putting Corsair in because that wasn't a major loss. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, realistically, you're talking about 5 stocks that were on the YouTube channel that were pretty big losses. And then you get all this slander thrown at you in the comment section. I thought, hold on, let's put that to the actual gains. I think this is a big thing that people don't realise is like, I don't know what it is, but when the ones that don't work out stick with you. And I thought the amount of time on here that I've actually put like decent stock picks for free on the internet is crazy. And I think sometimes, like someone said in the comment section as well, like maybe I should brag a bit more about how successful it's been. And I don't want to be a bragger. I don't want to come on here and brag and go, oh, you know, oh, start the video off by, oh, I'm so successful. Like, I don't want to do that. You know, it's a bit cringy. And the other thing is that the YouTube channel was never around about bragging about what's gone well. I always focus on like the next opportunity. Every video I'm on here, like the next video is like, oh, this is what I'm liking as a potential buy. This is what I always try to feed you guys what I'm looking at as opportunities. I never kind of really sit back and go, oh, look how amazing I am. I just think that's pointless. You know, you guys come here for like, where's the opportunities at? And that's what I try to give you guys, not, hey, look at me, I want to brag to you guys. There's no point. But I feel like today there's a little bit of that going on because I have to just kind of put an end to some of these slander comments with like, hold on here. So I was like, let's just have a little bit of a sit down and actually look at the stocks that actually haven't worked out, which all came during the same period, by the way, the worst stock market crash since 2018. And realistically, there was like 5 stocks that haven't really worked out since that time frame. And then I've put it against the ones that have actually like worked out. And I was like, current holdings, Google, 70% profit taking, Card Factory 100%, DraftKings 50% profit taken, Hims and Hers 200%, Greg's, InMode 400% return taken on that one, Mobico took 100% return on that one, Jet2 100% return, Melly 75%, Meta 200%, Supreme 80%, Celsius 100%, Microsoft 300%, Hollywood Ball over 100% taken, Visa 66% taken. That's in the current portfolio, guys, of profit that is there or not being or could be taken or have been taken in those stocks. You look at the other ones that have completely gone, that are history to the YouTube channel. You know, you've got Darktrace, Moonpig, Boohoo, Boohoo Twice, GWPH, Glue Mobile, Tesla, 400% on Tesla in 2018, 2019, guys. Tesla again in 2021, 100% profit. GNOG, Win again. CBRE twice, Alibaba, JD.com, Pinterest, that was a really good one. Square, Ferrari, Hotel Chocolate, iRobot, Boeing, Apple, Workhorse, 888. All these that are being given on the YouTube for free, there's definitely a lot. And by the way, these are the only ones that I class as like big winners in this portfolio. I'm on here, I haven't put any, you know, people, if there were losses, would be, you know, banging them in the comment section. I've not even put the small successes in there. I've not put the likes of when we sold Flutter in there, MG Gleason on there, any sort of the smaller trims in there. They've not been put in there. I've not put any of the small ones like Lovesac in. Tesla when we sold it for 25% last year. I've not even put that one in on the board. Lovesac when I sold that at the start of the year for, what was it, 20% profit? I've not even put that one in there. Or anything that's like under 30%, I've not even put that on the board, which if they were negative, as we've seen, what Corsair, which was a 30% loss thrown in the comment section, I ain't even put them on ones on the board because they mean nothing to me. But for some people that like to throw the slander comments out, they will do. And that's, I think sometimes you just need to remind people. And it's funny because those people that throw the slander comments, even though they've been throwing them in the comments section for like the last 2-3 years, will still come watch a YouTube channel. It's like, well, if it's so bad, why are you coming back and watching it? Have you not got better things to do with your time? it does make you laugh. And I just wanted to kind of clarify that point of view because I also think that something I didn't put on Friday video is sometimes some of the slander comments that I get also I think damage the YouTube channel. And I think at the point of view now is that, you know, I don't want to be a YouTube creator that goes around blocking people and deleting comments, but I feel like if I've got to protect the reputation of the channel a bit now, and if they're putting false information out there, I feel like that's also something that I need to consider anyway. And I also want to give a little bit more of a response to that one. But not also just that, I wanted to clear a few things up that a few of you guys said in the comment section. But the main thing I want to say is thanks for you guys that have supported the channel, gave support in the comment section, support through Patreon, and do come watch the videos. And I think ultimately where I'm at right now is that I want it to be successful. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy making the videos. I enjoy showing you guys what I'm looking at, making the content. But there's also the point of where I've got to put the time. If it's not working, it can't keep doing it. And maybe it's just because of the period that we're in. Maybe it's because it's a bit of a quieter time in the market. Maybe because everyone's away with it being summer, and when we get to winter, maybe it picks up a little bit. Maybe just YouTube are paying a bit less at the moment. I don't know exactly what it is, and I don't want to. I wanted to also make a video like, I think a few people like saying like pleading poverty, and I was like, it's not pleading poverty. I just wanted to make it clear about what's going on, and I don't want you to turn around in 3 months ago, what happened to JK investing, and just went off the scene. I thought I'd just let you know that it's something that could potentially happen, so there's there's clarity around it. I just want to kind of let you guys know that's where we're at, and ultimately, if the views like on the video on Friday continued, we'd be okay. We wouldn't be having the chat on Friday. We wouldn't be making this video today. The aim is to get around to 3,000, 4,000 videos. I'm not a dreamer that thinks we'll be one of those channels that gets 50, 60,000 views every video. I don't think that will happen. I mean, it'd be amazing if it did, but I don't think it'll happen. But it just needs to be from a sustainable point of view, and hopefully we get there. I want to give that's why I said the end of the year. I'm going to see how the next kind of, we've got nearly half a year still, maybe just a little bit less than half a year. Hopefully in the next kind of 4 or 5 months, it'll pick up and we won't have this chat again. But I just wanted to make it clear about what's going on, because I don't want to turn around in 4 or 5 months and totally disappear off the scene, and you're like, what happened to him? Or 4 or 5 months and be like, oh, by the way, today's the last video. It's just kind of giving you an update about where you're at, and as well as that, it was also letting a bit of frustration off as well with like how YouTube are paying us, because I think a few of you guys didn't even realize like how I think a few people think that this is some kind of mega money. It's not. YouTube aren't paying us that well. Apple are after their money. Patreon themselves, like people think Patreon's a big like earner. Trust me, by the time you get your Patreon money, Patreon take the fees, you pay your tax on it. You're not walking away with like mega money from Patreon either, guys. That's people think that's mega money, and it's not. It's tough at the moment, and I just wanted to kind of give you guys a bit of information, I guess, what's going on, and also a chance for me to kind of say a few. Today's video is more of a response to some things that were said on Friday's video, but anyway, this is the last one. I'm not going to kind of come back to this topic again. We're going to go back to what the channel is, which is stock market news. We're going to go back to it tomorrow, and I'll start off with my US portfolio review, and then we'll see what the week has for us, and we'll go from there. But I just kind of wanted to draw a line under the last kind of Friday's video and today's video, and hopefully when we get into next week, we'll start again on the stock market news, and hopefully the YouTube channel has a good end to the year, is hopefully where we will go anyway. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all you guys for all your support, and I'll see you in a bit.